2025, which means it's a new year. I just want to spend today having like a chill, cozy day, organizing, resetting, getting things set up for me to have the most productive and best year of my life. Next week is my birthday, and this is the last year of my 20s. I am moving across the country. So much is changing, and I just want to take a day to slow down and make plans, figure out what I want, spend time focusing on myself. So phase one of my move has happened already. It's a very long process of me moving. It's very complicated. That's why I typically just don't really get into it too much. It's complicated and boring, okay? But phase one has happened. I have moved into the guest bedroom of my parents' house temporarily. So this is my new spot, my new bedroom for the next couple of months. So I thought I could take you on a little room tour, show you what we got going here. Over here, we have the computer desk workstation where you can just imagine me. I sit here all day long editing videos. Also, don't pay attention to how many mugs are behind me. We don't need to talk about it. It's not important. To feel like I am one with nature, we have this giant plant here keeping me company all day while I'm sitting at my computer. Next up, we have the book nook with the only bookshelf I was allowed to bring, along with the only books I was allowed to bring. Now I'll show you all the artwork in this room. Up here, we got some birds. Here, more birds. A map of the world, you know, in case you're sitting here like, where's Zimbabwe? I can show you. It's right there. Over my desk here, we have this lovely shack. My favorite piece of art is in the bathroom. Above the toilet, we have the crab mirror. Also, some other fun things about this bathroom. I can't actually really see myself in the mirror. I'll show you my point of view. This is my point of view in the mirror. I can see my forehead. Sometimes I catch an eyebrow. That's what I see. So I have this little handy dandy stool down here for me to step up on. There we go. Now I can see myself. So, you know, anytime I want to look in the mirror, I just, perfect. So perfect. Loki. There he is. He is not used to there being a closed door in between us. Every time I close the door, he freaks out. He does not like to be separated from me, even for a second. I did kind of want to talk about the future of my channel, my plans for my content. I just posted, actually today, a TBR Tackle episode, and in that episode I talked about a lot of my video failures from last year. And I think towards the end of last year I was getting very burnt out on reading, on making content. I think I got really wrapped up in like having very specific ideas and visions for what I wanted my videos to be, and not letting things just happen naturally, and kind of like getting caught up in this little like rat race of trying to have like such cool ideas for content and reading so many books for one video. And I feel like I was not necessarily like being a different person, but I think I was just getting so caught up in it that I was like, I just needed to take a pause, like a break, take a step back, and like reevaluate what I want my videos and my channel to look like and what kind of content creator I am. And I think part of the problem is that the type of content that I like to watch a lot of the time is not necessarily the type of content that I want to make. I am just never going to be the type of person who can force myself to read books solely for content. And so many times I'll like have an idea, but it involves doing that. It involves picking up books that I wouldn't normally pick up. If I wasn't reading for like this specific video, I probably wouldn't read. And I think that works for a lot of booktubers. That's just not me. And I think I was getting very swept up in feeling like I had to be a specific kind of booktuber. And I think the problem is that I want to be both. Like I want to find a balance of like being able to just do like a very chill, casual, whatever I want kind of video, but then also being able to creatively do some fun ideas that I have. I need to figure out a way to do both, because I feel like I often go all in on one specific thing. I don't know. Those are just some thoughts that I have been having. that I don't know if any other booktubers can relate to, but I wanted to share them. One thing that I definitely want to do this year that is different from last year is actually use my Goodreads, which people have been begging and begging me to do. I'm gonna do it, okay? Last year, I was using a spreadsheet that Allie from Hardback Hoarder created. Love the spreadsheet. However, I was only updating the spreadsheet and I kept forgetting to update my Goodreads. I actually don't think I've updated my Goodreads since like March. And almost like a weekly basis at this point, I get a message from someone asking me to update my Goodreads. This year, 2025, I'm back to using Goodreads, okay? Everyone is collectively cheering in the background. I can hear it from here. I know, everyone's so happy that I'm using my Goodreads again. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my Goodreads challenge and I'm gonna set my goal. For the past, I don't know, like 8 years, I've set my Goodreads goal to 1 book. Cause I always hate when it has that little like, you are 75 books behind schedule. Shh. However, I think this year I'm gonna be a little ambitious. I'm gonna set it to 100. Because I have actually consistently read over 100 books 10 years in a row. So I think I'm gonna risk it. We're gonna set it to 100. There we go. And then I have already finished a book. Technically, I finished this last year, but it was after my cutoff of when I count things. So we're just gonna do it right now. Count it towards 2025. Nobody call the police on me. It's okay. I always sometimes have this feeling of like, oh, I can't put things on Goodreads yet if I haven't talked about it in a video or if my vlog isn't up. This is the year of not caring. Nobody cares except for me. Nobody's like, oh my God, it's gonna spoil the vlog. All right, we are posting. Now you guys know I gave the Tainted Cup 5 stars. One of my big goals for the year is to save money. Everything goes according to plan. I will be buying a house this year, so I'm trying to rein some things in, save some money, and one of the ways that I'm doing that is, I don't know if I'm calling it like a no buy, because that seems intense. I have this bin right here, and I've been putting things in here that are the types of products, the types of things that I would typically buy like multiples of. And my intention is I can't buy something in that same category or that's like that similar kind of item until I finish what is in this bin. Still adding stuff to it, but I wanted to show you what I have in here so far. So to give you kind of like an idea of some of the stuff I have. So like I have setting spray, makeup setting spray. This one I am almost out of. I have lip balms. This is my favorite lip balm and I'm always so tempted to buy another color. But I have 2 right now that I'm in the middle of using. It's the Summer Fridays lip balm. This one's just like the clear. This one's the vanilla beige. I have to finish both of these before I'm allowed to buy another lip balm. Moisturizers, I have 2 different moisturizers that I'm using right now. This is my daytime one and this is my nighttime one. This is Naturium Multi-Peptide, and then this one is Skin Fix Barrier Plus. I have a perfume in here. I recently was going through like a perfume addiction and I kept wanting to buy so many perfumes, and I'm now like, no, I need to just stick to my one perfume. This one is the Kayali Rock Candy Sugar. I do love this one. If you like to smell like cotton candy, bubblegum, vanilla, fairy, princess, that is a great perfume. Lotion, I have this EOS Vanilla Cashmere Lotion. This one I think is also almost empty. Then I have a lot of hair stuff, a lot of hair care stuff. Some like leave-in products. We have Kerastase, Way, Color Wow. These are all things that I put in my hair before I like blow dry it. Bumble and Bubble Heat Shield. This I usually use before I straighten my hair. And then I have two like oils. This one is the Way Scalp Serum, and then this one is Fable and Mane Hair Oil. So pretty much I'm not allowed to buy any more hair stuff until I finish off these. But that's what I have in here so far. Like I said, I'm gonna be adding to this little bin. That is one of the ways that I am hoping I can save some money this year. Obviously, like this portion of saving money is more like I'm probably just gonna be saving like a little bit. This isn't like gonna save me the big bucks, but you know, every little bit counts. That's kind of the mentality that I'm using. I don't want to call it a no buy because I'm not completely cutting myself off from buying things. I think that's just very unrealistic for me and not necessary. I don't need to be buying a new moisturizer when I have two that I'm using that are perfectly good. You know, I don't need 7 perfumes, right? Like, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I thought every once in a while I could update you guys on like my progress, how much stuff I finished, how it's going. So as you guys can see, a very limited selection of books here with me. And this whole shelf are ones that I've already read. These are all my TBR Tackle books, which I did mention this in the TBR Tackle episode that I just posted, but the majority of my books are gonna be in storage for potentially up to a year. When they're in storage, I will have access to them. Like I can go get them whenever I want. But I really wanted to keep my TBR Tackle books, like the ones that I've read, out just to keep me motivated to continue the series, because I feel like all of this moving stuff happening in the middle of me doing this very long like TBR project could make me fail. It might, but I wanted to keep the motivation. And so I think seeing this every day will help me stay motivated. I do have some other books down here that's more like my kind of immediate TBR. Some books that I'm definitely planning on reading soon. We have Real by Kennedy Ryan. This is my Patreon book club book for January, and I am so excited to read this. This is actually the highest rated book on my whole TBR. Heavenly Tyrant. This is the sequel to Iron Widow, which was one of my favorite books of last year. This just came out. I'm scared to read it. I'm excited to read it. This is a book that was sent to me by the author. It's called A Love Most Fatal. And I don't normally accept books like straight from authors, but this one actually just sounded so good. It is a mafia rom-com, which I immediately was like, yes, give it to me. I want to read that. I'm not even really like super into mafia romances, but I love like when you take kind of more like darker romances and make them rom-coms. That just, it sounds so fun to me. And this one, the woman, she is like the mafia boss. And he is like a golden retriever teacher. It just sounds so cute. I really want to read this soon. Another book that I have that's actually due back to the library. It is very late. That is The Spell Shop. I need to read this very, very soon. Because every single day I get emails from my library that is like, where is The Spell Shop? So very sorry to whoever in my county has the next hold on The Spell Shop. You're not getting it till I'm done. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know, I'm the bad person here. I get it. I am normally never ever late with library books. But the problem was I had the books out and they were due back on Christmas, but the library was closed for like a whole week. Now, could I have returned, now that I'm saying this out loud, I could have returned them because they have a return bin outside. Could I have returned them? Yeah. I was just about to try to justify it, and then as I was saying it, I was like, actually, there's no justification, okay? I'm the bad person here. I have my library book too long. One very big problem with this room right now is that literally the second day that I was here, the fan stopped working. And I'm the type of person, I need air blowing on me at every single second of the day or I feel like I'm suffocating. I typically have ceiling fan going, AC blasting, floor fan blowing, handheld desktop fan aimed. I need air from every direction. So that fan going out was a very big problem. But my parents very quickly went and bought a new fan, and I think they're gonna install it today. Hopefully, fingers crossed. One of my favorite things to do at the beginning of every month is to go through the Libro FM ALCs. Basically, Libro FM is an audiobook app. Highly recommend them because they support indie bookstores. So if you're trying not to buy from Audible, try Libro FM. But if you are some sort of like reviewer, you have some sort of like platform where you post content about books, you can get advanced copies of audiobooks, and every month they have like a selection. And I love going and looking at the selection. And I haven't done that yet, so we can go look right now at the January ALCs. Oh my god, already The Favorites by Lane Fargo. Oh, I want to read this book so bad. It sounds amazing. Which actually, it's kind of surprising for Lane Fargo. The two books I know she's written are thrillers. This one is more like a Taylor Jenkins Reid tell-all style book about these two figure skaters who had like maybe a romance together and they broke. I don't know. It sounds so good. And it also looks like the audiobook is full cast. Ugh. So excited for that one. Okay, Wake Up and Open Your Eyes by Clay McLeod Chapman. I think he wrote Ghost Eater, which I did not like, but this also has a full cast. I'm a sucker for a full cast. Let's see what this is about. A family on the run from a demonic possession epidemic that spreads through media for fans of Last of Us. Interesting. Okay, that sounds good. Let's get it. I'm allowed to get up to 10. I very rarely get the full 10. Earl Crush. This looks interesting. This looks like a historical romance. It's a Regency rom-com. A reclusive Earl's life is turned upside down when a stranger shows up on his doorstep with an astonishing proposal. And an inconvenient connection to espionage. Sounds fun. Let's get it. Ooh, an Eric LaRocca. I have not seen this cover before. You know, I'll get it. It's short. I've liked Eric LaRocca in the past. Beneath the Stars by Emily McIntyre. Isn't Emily McIntyre the, like, dark fairy tale author? This looks like a very cute romance. This is not what I would expect from her. It's Second Chance romance, which is not my fave. The After Dark by E. Latimer. Queer horror at a boarding school with a Lovecraftian twist? Okay. Alright, I think those are the only ones that I want. So I got The After Dark, At Dark I Became Loathsome, Earl Crush, Wake Up and Open Your Eyes, and The Favorites. It's like a little treat at the beginning of the month where I go in and I get my little audiobooks and it makes me very happy. I always look forward to it. I just wanted to check on the video that I posted today because I was a little nervous about posting this TBR tackle episode because one, it's been a while since I posted an episode. I hadn't posted one since like October and I was worried I lost the momentum of the series. And then also everyone is uploading like beginning of the year content right now. I wasn't sure if it would get kind of like lost in the shuffle, but it's number one. It's number one. For anyone who doesn't make YouTube videos, basically in the Creator Studio, it ranks your last 10 uploads from like 1 to 10 on how they're performing. And when it's ranked number one, you get little confetti. And I live for that confetti, I do. I've really been trying the past like second half of last year not to check Creator Studio. I actually don't even have it on my phone anymore. So I like have to be like actually at my computer to look, because I entered a very big problem and hyperfixation where I would sit there and I'd just like refresh the Creator Studio app, constantly checking how my videos were doing. Now, I don't allow myself to check until the video has been up for at least 2 hours. And then after I check one time, I'm not allowed to check for another week. So it has been working well for me. I've been feeling a lot better mentally in this aspect. Other aspects, not so much. Also, I wasn't really going to talk about what book I'm reading today because I am reading this for a reading blog that I'm going to post hopefully this month. But I am reading We Used to Live Here. I'm like almost 100 pages into it. I am enjoying it so far. I have seen very mixed things about it, so I think I can't make like a definitive this is how I feel about it until I get further in. I will say though, my one big thought about this book is that this would never happen to me. This would never happen to me because I just would never answer my door. Strangers ringing my doorbell, you think I'm opening the door? Absolutely not. I don't even open the door for people that I do know. If you come to my door and I know you, you have to call me and say, hey, I'm at your door. Then I will open the door. Otherwise, I'm pretending I'm not home. A bunch of stuff from Target. These don't count in my no buy. Is that what I'm gonna be calling it? Because it's a no buy, but it's not a no buy, so it's a no buy. Anyways, I bought some stuff from Target. This was all stuff I needed. I'm out of like shampoo, conditioner, all of that. So I bought some new ones that I've never tried before. I got the L'Oreal Everpure Bond Repair shampoo and conditioner. Then I also got this Pantene volume conditioner because I saw people say you can use this as a clarifying shampoo, and I always need to have some sort of clarifying shampoo. And then I also got this Dove 10-in-1 Bond Strength mask. I will let you guys know if I like all of this. I have yet to find like a shampoo and conditioner that I am like ride or die obsessed with. And lately I really have been trying to step up my hair care game. But I also don't want to be buying like $50 shampoo constantly because I have a lot of hair, okay? My hair is long, I use a lot of shampoo and conditioner, and it just feels like a waste. So I wanted to try some drugstore stuff. We will see how all of this works out. Now, was I also very influenced by TikTok? Yeah, did I see all this on TikTok? I did. Don't question me. Hello, I'm coming to you from my heating pad because my back hurts for absolutely no reason. I didn't do anything that involved hurting my back. It just started hurting. Ugh, is this what leaving your 20s feels like? Just random back pain? Anyways, another goal that I had this year was to watch more movies. I just filmed a video for my Patreon where I talked about all my favorite TV shows and movies from the whole year, and I only had 2 movies that I love because I really didn't watch a ton of movies. I watch so much TV, but like no movies. So I wanted to watch more movies this year. I made like a watch list on my Letterboxd, and I thought that every once in a while what I could do is randomly select one of those movies and just watch it that night. I think a problem that I have is that when it comes to movies, there's just like so many options of things to watch, it feels overwhelming. So if I have a smaller list that I'm picking from, that I think is the key But I don't know what it is. I rarely want to sit down and watch a 2-3 hour movie. And I'm always like, what if I binge watch 3 seasons of a TV show instead? Okay, so I made a watch list and I will just continuously add things to this. But here's the list that I have. Some of these movies are still in theaters. So if when I do my random selection, I get them, I'll have to like pick something else. But I wanted to put them on the list so I don't forget about them. But I have Interstellar. Okay, technically, I've watched Interstellar before. I remember, I have a very vivid memory of watching it in my dorm room in college with my boyfriend at the time, because this was when I still dated men. And at some point during the movie, hands were roaming. He was getting a little freaky, okay? And I wanted no part of it, so I pretended to be asleep. I pretended to be asleep, but I was listening to the movie. So there's about 2 hours of Interstellar that I only heard. And I've always wanted to watch it again, and I saw that they just put it on Netflix. Then there's Queer, which is that new movie with Daniel Craig and Drew Starkey. I don't know if that one is available to watch. A lot of these are like newer. I'll have to check where I can watch them. We have Maxine, The Wild Robot, Love Lies Bleeding, Monkey Man, Wicked, Inside Out 2, Caddo Lake, Smile 2, Twisters, Furiosa, Baby Girl, Anora, Nosferatu, Dune Part 2, and After Sun. So that is what's currently on my very small selection of my watch list. Okay, I'm just gonna do a random number generator. 17 movies in there. Let's do random number generator. 1 through 17. I got 1. Oh my god, okay. I guess I'm watching Interstellar. Oh my god, that is such a long movie. Okay. We're doing it. I'm gonna watch Interstellar right now. The random number generator has decided I'm watching Interstellar tonight. So I guess we are righting the wrongs of Straight Riley, who pretended to be asleep during Interstellar. Like for a decade, everyone was always like, Interstellar is the best movie ever. And I'm like, I wish I could agree. I don't know. But I'll find out right now. Okay, I finished. Why did nobody tell me I was gonna cry? I really liked it. It was very, very good. It was very good. Much better watching it, you know, instead of pretending to be asleep while it's on. Definitely the type of movie that you have to pay attention to. But I'm glad that I finally actually watched it. So now I can mark it as, let's see. What do I rate it? What do I rate it? I'm gonna do a 4.5. I reserve 5-star movies for like my all-time favorites, but that was very good. If you guys have any movie recommendations for me, let me know. I pretty much like to watch any kind of movie. I love sci-fi, fantasy. If it's a romance, yes, although I've probably already seen it. Horror, love horror movies. Comedies, I'm iffy on. Action movies, I feel like there needs to be something else besides just an action movie. Historical, it depends. War movies, never. Unless it's a war in a galaxy far, far away. So yeah, if you have movie recs, let me know and I will add them to my list. I do think that's where we're gonna end this vlog because it is now 8:30. I go to bed at 9 o'clock. We're nearing my bedtime. So I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye!